What's up, guys? Hope everybody's having a good day today. Welcome back to Red Oak Dairy. Today we're going to start building fires for our dark fired tobacco. We've actually already built 2 barns, and I was going to show y'all how we did it on this last barn. We got me and my dad and Miles here today, and yeah, hopefully we can get this barn smoking here in the next hour or so.
Red Oak Dairy, Orlando, Tennessee, Faith Family Farm, yeah, that's home to me. Hey, hey. Up before the sun, coffee in a thermos, boots by the door, long days feel worth it. Mason got a list, I got a plan. We don't do a lot of talk, we just put it in the land. Tobacco in the roads, beans in the back lot, weed on the hilltop, corn on the flat spot, cows in the parlor, milk in the tank. Every little blessing we just tell the Lord. Red Oak Dairy, that's my story. Oil and the dirt on my boots, that's glory. Faith Family Farm, that's the truth we carry. From the break of day to the stars on the hay, we the heart of the country at Red Oak Dairy. Yeah.
So the first step is we'll bring all these wood slabs in here and lay them out across the whole floor of the barn. And always on the first firing, you don't want to put as much wood in here. Mainly you want to put the old tobacco stalks, which we'll show you in a second, just so it don't get too hot in here and the curing process don't get messed up at the start. This is what it looks like after we get all the wood in here. We'll come back over here and we're gonna put stalks down the side and spread out stalks in the middle. There's stalks right there. This is just how we do it. It's always worked for us. I know it looks like it might get a little hot, but we've been doing it for years, and this is how we do it, and it works good for us. A lot of people do stalk firing at the first firing, just to make sure it don't get too hot and the tobacco gets that right color on it, but this has always worked for us. Well, we got the stalks all laid out in here. Now it's time to bring the dust in. Well, they got done putting the dust on this first section we got here, and now I'm gonna just smooth it out, make sure all the dust is laying across it evenly. Here's what the finished product looks like when we get done building the fires. We got the slabs first, then the stalks, and then the sawdust on top, just to keep it from smoldering up, smother fire out so it don't get too big in there. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to make holes so we can we'll use stalks to start the fire, and we'll light the stalks on fire, and then light all that under there right up, and then that's what creates a smoke to get this tobacco the color we want it. I made 4 holes in this barn, 1 in the back. I just zigzagged them all the way to the front. Now we're gonna light them up. Maybe. Well guys, that's the process of building fires here on Red Oak Dairy. We'll repeat this process probably 4 or 5 times or until the backer gets to the color that we want it to get.
Well, we've gotten the ends off this field, and now we've starting to cut down the middle. This field's a whole lot longer than the other field was, so I can't make it all the way through one load. So I had to chop up here. I should have videoed it, but I was focusing too much. Chopped up to here, and then I had to ease back with the chopper and the dump wagon, and then cut over into the next pass, so that there's enough room for the truck out of here to back up to it without running over any corn. It's a pretty tight fit, but it's a lot better. It takes a little bit of time too, but it's a lot easier or a lot better than run over a bunch of corn, because you'd have to run over corn if I didn't kind of chop out a little circle here. But once we get the first swipe out of the middle, it works out a lot better. I believe this morning Mason, Uncle Bob, and Miles got the last barn built up, and I believe they lit the fire for the tobacco. And now Mason is running the 7120 and the manure spreader, so getting some manure spread now. So hopefully we can start getting some ground covered. Now we've got someone that can run it during the day, and we're not just running it whenever we get done chopping. We had some more trouble with Mama's latch for tailgate on our truck this morning, so now we just got a chain holding it shut instead of using the latch. But hopefully he's supposed to be back tomorrow, so hopefully we can use it, get back to using the International instead of that truck. And we'll have to get that truck back in the shop and design a better latch for it. I don't know if I need to be the one doing it, because I designed this one and it's just can't handle it. But anyway, we'll see. Hopefully we can get her fixed up a little bit better. So if you'll remember from the last video, we had a U-joint go out actually on the shaft right here where the chopper connects to the tractor on our main chopper. So now we're running our second machine and getting the U-joint fixed up today. And I talked about, I don't know if I talked about it in the last video, but I've talked about before how we like how the horning processor, which is on the other one, we like it a lot better than the standard New Holland processor, which is on this one. And I'm not talking bad about the New Holland processor. It's a good processor, but we really like what the horning one does. It ain't like the New Holland misses a bunch of kernels and all that. It pretty much hits every kernel. It's every kernel crushed up. But the horning does a lot better job at sort of busting them up where they're the cows can digest them a little bit better. The New Holland one more just cracks them. It doesn't really bust them up. But anyway, we're gonna, I don't know if we'll get to switch them tonight. We should have that U-joint. Should be ready to go. But we got rain coming tomorrow night, so we might just run this one tomorrow, because we're going to try to, I don't know if we'll get it or not, but we're going to try to finish up this field, and then we got one really small field that we can do, and then the rest of the corn, which is just one more field, about 20 acres, 20-25 acres, somewhere in there. It was planted about 3 weeks later than the rest of it, so it's not even fully ready to chop yet. So we can wait a little bit, but kind of hoping to get this done, get these 2 fields done before it rains. This field's kind of interesting to chop. So it's pretty long rows, but in the middle it's a lot longer than it is on both sides. So like it sort of gets the short rows on the east and west sides of the field. So, and once you get the middle knocked out, it sort of cuts itself into 2 sections. But it's an easy field to chop, but once you get to the short rows, it seems like it takes a lot longer. Well, it does take a lot longer because you do a lot more turnaround. It's not necessarily the most efficient with a full type chopper, but like I said, it's pretty easy field to chop still. But like the field that we finished up yesterday, it's a whole lot bigger than this field, but it's pretty much a big rectangle, so you don't end up with short rows on any of it. It's kind of what everybody's stereotypical field is, just a big rectangle, big, mostly flat rectangle. Sometimes you got to be a trailblazer and make your own path. It's my fault, I guess. I saw this path here that was left and then planted it, and I thought it went all the way to the end, but it didn't. So I just cut out right here. And this is the other little short rows I was talking about a second ago. But yeah, didn't run over too much. Well, we got a little over half of this field chopped, and we're quitting chopping for today. Gotta go feed cows and then come back and fuel this tractor up and grease this chopper. I'm gonna go ahead and use this chopper again tomorrow. And I got a half deaf. It's been screaming at me for the past 30 minutes. But we should be able to finish up this field and that small little field down there by our grain bins that I was talking about. Should be able to finish those tomorrow. Looking like a pretty good chance of rain tomorrow night. So go, like I say, get cows fed and then get this rig ready for tomorrow. Well, cows are fed, tractor's filled up, chopper's ready to go for tomorrow. And I'm gonna go hop in the C120, the manure spreader, and get some manure spread. Mason had somewhere he had to be tonight, so I'm gonna keep going on that for a little while. And if anything happens, I'll let y'all know. See y'all tomorrow.